Hola, ¿cómo estás? Tudo bem? Hello, konnichiwa. What it do? Thank you for listening to another episode of the J Boyks Sports Podcast. This is J Boyks. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. If you really want to take a chance on life, you can like and subscribe before you even start listening to the video. But who am I to tell you to be so risky? Don't take my word for it. But today, we are going to talk about something that I really appreciated hearing and seeing. And it's a video that actually has a combination of two people when you look for it online. It's going to be mainly Ryan Leak, who is a new guy that I've seen hop on the scene. And I really like this guy, man. He's a brother that has like a twist on motivational speaking, which is something I've always appreciated. I really love motivating people through speech, and I actually think it's something that I could do, but I've decided to go the sports route as of right now. But he really has a lot of good tactics and techniques and ways that he expresses things for people to, build a toughness to them to be successful. Now, he combined that with something from Joe Mazzula, good old Uncle Joe that looks like Cousin Joe because he looks mad young, but I'm pretty sure he's like 38 or so, which is not old, but he may be in his early 40s. I don't know. And neither one of those is old, but Joe looks like a kid, but he has such wisdom, man. I have a lot of respect for Joe Mazzula, and it hurts me to say that as a Laker fan, that I have respect for Joe Mazzula and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It hurts me. It hurts me. But I gotta give the respect where it's due. I couldn't stand Paul Pierce, but I respected him. And there's a part of me that likes Paul Pierce, but as a Laker fan, when we were battling them, hated him. Nothing personal, sir, but hated you. You were too good, man. Too good. But I really like what they had to say here, and it's about criticism, right? When you step onto the stage where people can see you, criticism is just what comes with it. There has to be some criticism. With great power comes great responsibility. If you put yourself out there for the world to see and your thoughts, opinions, and ideas, just like I'm doing right now, there's going to be criticism that comes with that. Is it always fair? No, it won't always be fair. Is that right? Not necessarily. But it is what it is. I cannot reap the benefits of this channel and the profits that may come with it and the fame and notoriety that may come with having your own channel or being a professional athlete or being a professional entertainer or being a professional musician or, actor or whatever, and not take the criticism. Every film you make is not good unless you're Denzel Washington. I said what I said, man. I'm not taking that back. I haven't seen a bad one yet. Maybe one day I will. I haven't seen all of them either, just to be honest with you. I haven't seen every Denzel Washington film. But every one I've seen, I liked. But there's going to be criticism, man. Even Denzel gets criticized for certain things, or has, especially when he was younger. Now, he's kind of a legend, so the criticism is probably few and far in between. But that's just what comes with it. And Joe Mazzula and Ryan Leak discussed that in this video, or excuse me, in this clip. And I really appreciate it because this is the toughness that you need to have when you are put in the spotlight. You can't sit on a pedestal of untouchability. There's only one God. Well, at least based on my religious practices. I'm a Christian, so there's only one God that I acknowledge. That's it. That's the only person that really, he made everything. So there's not a lot you could say. When you make it, what could people tell you? But everybody else, you're a human being. You're good, you're bad, you're up, you're down. You can be criticized. So let's listen to how they explain this in very eloquent words.
The head coach of the Boston Celtics, Coach Mazzula, was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked him the question, and said this.
It seems to me that Jason has to deal with unfair criticism.
Gets to deal with it. He gets to deal with it. It's the ultimate compliment. And that's what we talk about. It's like, this is what you asked for. You asked to be one of the best players in the NBA on the best team in the NBA with an opportunity, to be an icon for the league for a long, long time. This is what you asked for.
And so what most people don't realize is that when they ask for success, is that what comes with it is criticism, pressure, and the weight of expectations. But here's the thing. Sometimes your biggest problem is a privilege. People would kill to have your problems, because when you're chasing greatness, when you declare to the world, I want to be the best, you're also saying, bring me the really good problems. That's the fine print of ambition. You're not just signing up for the accolades. You are signing up for the late nights, the tough decisions, and yes, the public scrutiny. You asked for this when you set your sights on the top. This is the cost of admission for the life you want. When the pressure builds, don't run from it. Lean in and say, I get to do this. Because remember, you asked for this.
Amen, brother. So, I could talk about this video all day. This sound clip, excuse me. You guys don't see the video. You just saw you just heard it. So there's some points that were brought out. And one of the first things that Joe Mazzula said, Uncle Young Joe, what he said is, you asked to be an icon. You asked to be on the best team. This is a message that I would share not only with NBA players, but also with everybody that has any ambitions to do anything or be good at anything. Why is it that you think that you're going to be this icon and have this success and nobody's going to say anything about it? If you don't want anybody to say anything about you, then go find a closet in your house, take all the clothes out, put yourself in, close it, and just stay in there. And never aspire to do anything outside of stay in that closet where nobody can see you or see anything that you do or hear anything that you say. That's essentially what these people are doing nowadays. Remember, sports is a microcosm for society. Those that run from criticism, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be successful and nobody criticizes you. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but you need to be strong enough to deal with it, because that problem is a problem that many people want to have. Can everybody handle that problem? That's another question. The problems are a privilege based on what these two brothers were saying. And it's part of the fine print of ambition. Again, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Criticism is a part of it. So what you do, what you say, how you do it, how you say it, is always going to be on display when you're in the public eye. You cannot do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, say whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, and expect no one to say anything to you. You're not God. None of us are God. Thus, you have to be able to deal with the good and the bad. And if you do something bad, you have to be able to look yourself in the face and say, you know what? Yeah, that's on me. That one was my bad. Nowadays, people never apologize, men or women. Apologizing is a sign of weakness. Well, that's not true. Apologizing can be a sign of growth. Listening to criticisms at times, when warranted, can help you grow. Everything people say about you is not hate. Sometimes you did that. And sometimes you need to answer for that. There's a lot of great little gems in this video and some of the things that they said, but one of the primary things that I really enjoyed was, instead of running from criticism, lean into it. If you don't want to be criticized, again, find that closet and stay in it and never leave it. But otherwise, if you want to be something different, if you want to have ambition, if you want to have success in something, you're going to have to face criticism. You could be the leader in a religious organization. You could be the leader of a team. You could be a lead actor in a movie. You could be a lead director, a lead producer, a lead musician, a head violinist, a politician, head of a school, a teacher. It doesn't matter. You're going to face some levels of criticism. And if you can't handle that criticism, then don't aspire to be anything. Again, not all criticism is fair. Not all of it is warranted. But you've got to be able to deal with it. You've got to be able to grow from it. You've got to be able to learn from it. And somehow you have to figure out how to filter in the good with the bad, because some of it can be helpful to help you achieve your next goal, to get to your next step. But running from it and crying about it all the time and not leaning into it, what comes with that, it kind of makes you a coward. It makes you almost ungrateful, narcissistic in a way. Like you believe that you're above everyone else. You believe that you're above any type of criticism at all. How cocky can you be? And that's why you don't grow. Right? And another video will discuss something that's another point that I have, which is you can be arrogant and still be humble. And it seems like people don't understand what that means, but we'll talk about that another day. As far as this video is concerned, please listen to, you don't have to listen to anything I said. Listen to what Ryan Leak and what Joe Mazzula are saying. The cost of admission to be successful and ambitious is criticism. I personally enjoy it because I get to defeat it. I get to rise above that criticism. It cannot stop me. It has no hold over me, no power. It cannot grasp me because I will grow. I will take the good with the bad, and I will not give up. So that's my message to NBA players in general. A lot of people are upset every time you get criticized. Will you ever ask yourself, what am I doing that allows people to criticize me or even want to criticize me? You know who doesn't get a lot of criticism? That's famous. That's big time. Steph. The biggest criticism he receives is people that get upset with him because everybody shoots threes. That's not Steph's fault that everybody else can't shoot. But they don't really talk about him in any other capacity. And you hear people of other fans of other great athletes complaining, well, why didn't Steph get criticism? Well, my question to you is, what does Steph do that requires criticism? At one point, his wife had some stuff where she was stepping out a little bit, saying a little bit more. Well, where'd she go? It seems like she fell back because maybe she didn't want some of that criticism. So I respect that. But Steph stays within his bounds most of the time. He's a likable person that seemingly works very hard, that seemingly is always the underdog because he's one of the smaller people on the court. And even though he's 6'3", how much does he weigh? 185, maybe? Where's all the he's not super muscular. But he takes the criticism better than players much bigger than him on top of that. So, again, the criticism is in the fine print. And if you can't handle that, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe being a famous athlete or a famous anything is not really cut out for you. You can't handle it. Me? Whatever I decide to do in life, I'm going to be aware of the criticism that will follow it. And I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to lean into it. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. This video is motivational. Share it with somebody. Give them the will to fight back and take the criticism, the good with the bad, and keep it moving. I really appreciate you. I'm very thankful. Much love. That somehow you never get over.